Hello wolves, I have finally done it. I have finally watched Birds of Prey twice now. I watched it maybe a week ago and then I rewatched it yesterday because I've just been showing my mum and dad all of the DC films and I really fucking enjoyed it. Okay, this is a spoiler review even though this movie has been out for ages. I've only recently got my hands on it because it was released on video on YouTube or something, I can't remember where I bought it, but I didn't get to see it in the cinema unfortunately, so I watched it at home and I really enjoyed it. My brother didn't, but I did. So I've written down some points that I hope you didn't pause and read because I can't spell, and I want to talk about these points. This is probably not a very intellectual video because none of my videos are very intellectual because I'm dumb. So let's start. Okay, so my first point I have on the paper is no more Joker. I think this is a huge plus for the film. Get Joker out of the picture, mention him because he's never going to leave Harley's life completely, but don't really show him properly. I think that was a great move. I also think it was probably because Jared Leto was a huge creep to Margot Robbie. Not just Margot Robbie, I just mean like by sending those weird gifts, that was weird. It's not something the Joker would have done anyway, but whatever. And that's what I gotta say. Okay, second point, fight scenes, stunts. There were some amazing stunts and fight scenes in this movie, and I'm pretty sure that a huge majority of them were done by the actual actors, which is a huge, like, achievement, and that's really cool. The scenes with Harley fighting the people in the prison, really well done, and I saw a featurette on it and I'm pretty sure Margot Robbie did, let's just say 99% of those stunts, and that's amazing. And you can really see the hard work put into it, and the long shots through the amusement mile, I think, I'm not sure that's the name of it, were amazing. And like, I don't know if this is true, but I hear they got the guys that did John Wick to do the stunts, and if that is true, that is good going. Always hire people from John Wick. My third point I've got here is Harley is not a good person, and by that I mean they don't suddenly redeem her. She tries to give Cassandra up. She tried to save Cassandra. Well, did she? At the end she did. She had her own motives for getting Cassandra, and then she didn't want to hurt her, she just wanted the diamond, but then when she realised she could be hurt, she wanted to give her up to the bad guys without care in the world. Well, she might have been a bit guilty. But I like that they didn't redeem her. This is her first solo outing. She's still a bad guy. She's forever going to be a bad guy. I did like the ending where you see she has a soft spot for Cassandra, because that would be quite interesting to see how that goes forward in future sequels. And I just like that they didn't immediately go, she's good now, she saved a kid. Harley Quinn is not good. She just has soft moments. Still in the DCEU, it is technically still a part of the connected universe because it links very heavily to Suicide Squad, which then itself is a part of the connected universe. That makes sense, hopefully. It's still in the DCEU, which is amazing because I don't want them to give up on it. They just need to fine tune it. I don't know if R-rated made much of a difference. Swearing, I guess, was added. The broken bones were definitely added. They looked cool though, that was cool. I understand why they went for an R rating, because they wouldn't have got away with half the stuff they did. So I'm a bit on the fence. I'm glad they did R rating to give it a go, but because the movie didn't make as much money as expected, I don't think they're going to go for any more R-rated films, which is a shame, but we'll see what happens. Next, I feel like a secretary or something, like right, next, Black Mask and Zaz, and then under that I've got amazing. A very detailed notes that definitely weren't rushed. Ewan McGregor was really good as Black Mask. I remember turning to my mum and dad at one point and going, he's a lot more ruthless in the comics, I swear, and they were like, we don't even know what's happening, to be honest. But I kind of liked it because it worked, and Ewan McGregor really gave it a good performance, and I liked that he he was nice one minute, then horrible the next, but then when he was horrible, he was still this nice bubbly person. And Zaz was awesome. It is a huge shame that they both died, because Zaz would have been a cool villain to bring back, and he was really good. I didn't expect him to be blown up at the end, but it was very satisfying to watch. Okay, next. This is going to be a very short review, by the way. I don't know if you can tell from the seconds counting down to the end of this video, but it's probably going to be short. I've just put Birds of Prey. I like the team up at the end. I like that Harley didn't actually join them, because I was worried that it would make it good, do you know? Like, she is an anti-hero at the end of the day, but she's not a wholly good person. So I like that they didn't include her. There was no Barbara Gordon mentioned, which annoyed me, but whatever. But I did like the inclusion at the end. I thought all the birds were good. Huntress, Canary and Montoya. I really liked the little gag with Huntress where she was trying to introduce herself, but people kept interrupting her. Like, my dad even laughed at that. I don't think he enjoyed the film. So that was a huge achievement. Okay, I've got 3 more. I'm gonna move that one to the end. So, changes to Cassandra Cain. I don't know if this works in favour of Birds of Prey, because Cassandra Cain is mute in the comics and she becomes Batgirl and she's an assassin, and I don't know, maybe she gets taken from Harley. But I enjoyed the movies Cassandra Cain, but she wasn't comics Cassandra Cain. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Another plus it's got going for it is there's less characters in Suicide Squad, so you have more time to get to know each individual character. You spend less time with Huntress out of all of the birds, I believe, but you still get to know a huge chunk of her backstory. Like, all of her backstory. So you get to know them and you get to grasp what they're doing and dealing with, and it's a lot smoother than Suicide Squad. I also like the time skips where you'd see something happen and then you see something happen from another person's perspective, and then it's like, oh, but I should start from the beginning, it's 4 minutes earlier. I enjoyed that. My brother didn't. He got confused. He didn't like it. He didn't like the film. The last point I have got for this video is Poison Ivy. She wasn't included, nor was Catwoman, because I was hoping for a City Sirens reference. But I know Margot Robbie really wants a Poison Ivy relationship / friendship or whatever, and I do too. I think a lot of people do. So fingers crossed for a Gotham City Sirens film featuring Harley, Poison and Catwoman, and fingers crossed for a wholesome relationship between those two. I think it would work really well, and just do it. Yeah, that was probably the worst review in the history of the world, but it has been like 5 months or whatever, it's not been that long, since this movie has come out, and I wanted to make a review in quarantine. And I enjoyed it. At the end of the day, I enjoyed this film. I would rewatch it. Out of all of the DCEU films, I enjoyed this the most. I can feel backlash on that. Probably the most though. It was really fun. The fight scenes were cool. The references to other films were cool. And I really enjoyed it. It's just a shame about the money at the box office. But I hope the studio don't lose their faith in Harley Quinn, because she is this huge icon now, and they would be stupid to not make another movie of her, R-rated or not. Although R-rated would be preferable. Thanks. Like they're gonna listen to me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this really stupid review. You probably didn't, but just for my sake, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want. I make videos like this every week, but better than this one, because I just realised how bad this video is. Click that bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Subscribing is free, so you might as well. I have social media you can follow. They are down below at the end of this video. And if you have any video suggestions, I will most likely do them, because I am bored. You can leave them in the comments. Let me know what you thought of this film. I actually really enjoyed it. I know some people didn't, my brother included, but let me know your opinions, and I will see you next time. Bye, little wolves.